Same
Okay,
way he helped all those other people write the books.
when he did that, then you're talking about all these books that I want to read that I can't read no more because they're no longer in the Bible because somebody took them out.
Okay. Now, your
Those were things
your
that God
version.
needed us to know. He needed us to know that, so he put it into a scripture and put it into the original Bible. We needed to know that information. Why is it hidden? I need to know what that information is because it talks about the Nephilim, talks about giants that they were here, they were on Earth, and
That's
The
another.
Smithsonian took the giant bones out of their museums. Did you know that they took it out like 10 years ago or something like that?
Okay, that's another topic. Let's take a pause and we'll go into the next topic. Okay, now we're back. This is What is Truth Clarified, and we are answering questions from life, from the Bible, giving the answers from the Bible. Okay, now you're talking about books that were removed from the Bible and stuff. Now,
The
that
Apocrypha.
okay. Now, books, there are many books today that people read, people write, and other people will say, this is a life story of this person. And then some people will say that was an unauthorized version, right? They wrote it on their own and they said whatever they wanted and they make up lies. People have been lying from the beginning, right? From the beginning.
But not the original Apocrypha, though. The original Apocrypha, those are the original manuscripts that were supposed to be in the Old Testament.
For some reason, people think I watch shows once in a while, and I've seen a show before, and it said that how could the people back then cut rocks like this? They must have had some kind of tools and all this stuff, and they think that people were dumb back then. It said that they learned how to cut brass and another metal. I can't remember what the other one. Now, that sounds hard to cut those heavy metals, right? Some were skilled to work. God showed them how to work with gold, silver, bronze. He taught them how to cut special stones, all of that. God gave them the wisdom to do that. If he gave them the wisdom to, I can't hear you. If God gave them the wisdom to cut special things, and then we think all these years later, how could they have done that? Well, in some of those Bible verses, it tells us how, because God gave them wisdom to do all that. There were, he said, in
Okay,
all
hold on.
kinds.
Listen. So in the book of Enoch, chapter 6, verse 11, it talks about how the angels were giving information and teaching the people how to build and how to do stuff. I do believe that we did have informed civilization. We did have technology and stuff that was given from the divine to us. But what happened to it? Because there's a time period where a lot of that stuff is gone. So in 2016, people started seeing stuff about this Tartarian Empire, the Tartaria, this civilization that existed pre-flood, and it was supposed to be beautiful, magnificent, a bunch of technology that we no longer have anymore, or whatever. But it's just something that was like that we started seeing just recently or whatever. That's just a new narrative people are talking about. But these structures are still there. So these structures that they're trying to cover up from, the technology somewhere, it's got to be somewhere. We didn't, we just hidden.